He thought he was the only one with a surprise that night. He thought betrayal made him untouchable. But betrayal, real betrayal, isn't revealed in words. It's revealed in silence, in timing, in precision. The hook Thanksgiving. The turkey was still steaming, the wine glasses half full. My children, our children, leaned back in their chairs, laughing between bites of mashed potatoes. Then he cleared his throat. My husband, my partner of 30 years. "I've decided," he said, smiling like a man who mistook cruelty for charm, "to sell the house. My girlfriend needs somewhere bigger. She has kids, you see." The room stilled. Forks froze mid-air. My daughter's lips parted. My son's face drained of color. And he kept talking, detailing his new life as if announcing a vacation. That's when I stood, slow, controlled. I walked to my purse. The heels of my shoes sounded like a gavel against the hardwood floor. I returned with an envelope and placed it gently before him. "Since you're making announcements," I said. He smirked. He shouldn't have. Backstory. I met him when I was 22. He was charming then, all quick wit and steady hands. He looked at me as though I were both his anchor and his prize. I believed him. We built this house, brick by brick, mortgage by mortgage. We raised 2 children who carried our laughter in their eyes. For years, I thought our marriage was steady, solid. But betrayal doesn't strike like lightning. It seeps in like water, rotting the foundation before you notice the cracks. Discovery. At first, it was little things. The way he guarded his phone. The cologne that clung to him though I never gifted it. The new shirts, too crisp, too bold for a man who used to live in soft flannels. I asked once, casually, about the scent. He said a coworker spilled something on him. His smile wavered for half a second. That was all it took. One night, while he showered, his phone buzzed on the nightstand. A message lit up the screen. "My kids can't wait to meet you again. Thank you for last night." Again. That word cut deeper than the rest. I didn't scream, didn't confront, didn't crumble. I memorized. I cataloged. I began to build. Planning. I called a lawyer the next morning. I learned the laws, the assets, the loopholes. Every hour he thought I was cooking dinner, I was instead drawing the map of his downfall. Bank accounts, retirement funds, deeds. I traced it all, marking every dollar, every weakness. He thought he was clever, siphoning off small sums for hotel rooms and dinners, but he was sloppy. The paper trail was a noose he tied himself. I said nothing. I cooked, I kissed his cheek, I played my role. Silence became my weapon. And when the pieces were ready, when the net was tight, I prepared the envelope. Execution. Thanksgiving was perfect. I made sure of it. The table dressed in gold runners, the air sweet with cinnamon. I wanted the stage set. I wanted him comfortable. So when he spoke, when he announced his shiny new future, it landed in the middle of my children's laughter like a bomb. He thought he controlled the room. He thought he had stripped me of dignity. I gave him the envelope. He opened it, still smirking. Inside, divorce papers, already filed. Documentation of his infidelity. Photographs, bank transfers, receipts. A letter from my lawyer confirming that the house, our house, was mine by law. His smirk faltered. I watched his hands tremble as he turned the pages. My children leaned closer, reading over his shoulder. Climax. "You won't be selling this house," I said, my voice calm, almost kind, "because it isn't yours to sell. Not anymore." His head snapped up, his mouth opening and closing, a fish on dry land. "I warned you once," I said, locking eyes with him. "When we built this life, I told you, betrayal is the one thing I don't forgive." My son leaned back, arms crossed, jaw tight. My daughter's eyes shone, not with tears, but with pride. For the first time in decades, I felt their loyalty tilt. Not toward him, toward me. He tried to speak, to explain, to twist his narrative, but every word choked in his throat. The evidence was undeniable. The audience was no longer his. Resolution. He found out who took his place that night. Not another man, not another lover. Me. I took my place at the head of the table, no longer his shadow. I carved the turkey, while he sat paralyzed, the papers spread before him like an obituary of his power. Later, when he left the house, suitcase in hand, the silence he left behind wasn't grief. It was freedom. He thought he could discard me like a chapter outgrown. But I was never the chapter. I was the book. And he is nothing but a footnote now.